Several tenants of an apartment complex in Denham Springs filed lawsuits after sewage overflowed into their units and sat there for days.
One of them told 2 on Your Side's Brittany Weiss her unit has not been cleaned and she is still living there.
That tenant can't afford to leave. Others have since moved their things out, but tell me they were given nothing for their trouble, not even their deposits back. It's why one Denham Springs attorney has decided to take their case and fight for their tenant rights. Evidence of raw sewage is soaked into the baseboards of this apartment unit. It's where Angel Weber lives. She can't afford to leave.
So they never cleaned your floors?
No.
There was sewage on your floors?
Mm-hmm.
Weber has developed a cough ever since sewage started coming up from the toilets in September at this apartment complex in Denham Springs. The Palms at Juban Lakes, a CST multifamily group property.
It rises up and it'll spill over.
I met Dan Vallow 10 days after sewage started coming up out of his toilets. Vallow, a disabled veteran, says his wife cleaned it up. Without a working toilet, he'd have to drive to another building.
How many times a day do you think you do this?
Maybe 4 or 5.
Then, Vallow asked for moving costs and money to help clean belongings.
We couldn't live there anymore. I couldn't continue to keep going, 6 buildings down to use the bathroom. It was just an uphill battle. Every day was a fight.
The sewage overflowing outside, too, on sidewalks and parking areas.
I just cannot understand why this is not an emergency situation to them.
Renee Jenkins moved her family out and into a hotel where she stayed for a month.
They've given me nothing. I had to start over from scratch.
Several lawsuits have been filed by a Denham Springs law firm over the situation. Lucas Schenk says his clients are being taken advantage of.
It's not so much about the money anymore. It's about some sense of morality.
In the suits, it alleges that no cleaning of any kind has been conducted, while tenants were forced to live in flooded and feces-filled apartments. In Vallow's case, the suit says he suffered multiple hernias from the extra movement and strenuous activity.
They have zero concern. And now this is something that the doctors are saying could be potentially, devastating for me going forward.
Jenkins' suit claims rather than acknowledge that the water in her apartment was sewage, she was told it was coming from her air conditioning unit. Another suit says the stains on the baseboards, similar to Weber's, were painted over.
Just ignoring us.
The tenants are trying to recoup what they lost and find a way out of the situation they're stuck in. Tenants tell me some of those units where sewage overflowed are now occupied. The Palms at Juban Lakes says it cannot comment on legal issues. In October, the apartment complex had blamed the parish for the sewer backup, something the parish says it had no part in. You can read more about this story under the 2 on Your Side tab on our website. Brittany Weiss, WBRZ News 2.